Let's take a look at Microsoft Word 2016. So we're running this on a virtual machine. And let's go ahead and scroll down. Windows 10 virtual machine. Let's go to Office 2016 Preview. And I also have a video on how to install Office if you want to take a look at that if you're having trouble with that. Let's go ahead and click on Word 2016 Preview. And it's already got me logged in, but you'll be prompted to log in the first time, then it'll save that information. So as you can see, we're sort of dumped into the template area, and you can go ahead and just click on a blank document if you'd like. And here we are. Here's the new look and feel of Office 2016 using Microsoft Word, of course, on a Windows 10 computer. It may look a little bit different on a Windows 8 or 8.1 computer, but the menu items, of course, will all be the same. So if you take a look at the file menu, you can see a lot of this is still the same as it was before. You've still got your ability to, of course, get to OneDrive. If you also had other things like Dropbox, you'll have to re-add those at that time. Let's take a look at some of the different menu items. So you have Home, Insert, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Review, and View. So Page Layout has now just been renamed to Layout. It's one of the big changes. You also have this option here at the top to switch between touch and mouse mode. So by default, you're going to be in mouse mode on a desktop computer. If you're on a touch computer, it may default to touch, but it may not. So you want to click on that. Now, even if you click on touch or mouse, it'll still work with a mouse or with touch. It just works better. It's optimized if you use the one that it's designed for. So let's go ahead and click on this little arrow here. You can add some additional things such as quick print if you want to the menus at the top. And let's take a look at something else that's new, and this is the Tell Me What to Do. And it gives you a few options on how to do that. So for instance, let's go ahead and say, tell me how to print. So you click on Print, and it gives you some more options. It sort of leads you into other areas here. So let's go ahead and click on Print Layout, for instance. And when Print Layout is selected, we should see an option for Print Layout, and then we have Print Preview Edit Mode. And there's Print Preview Edit Mode. So we can also, just go ahead and close that. We can go back, and you can, type in some things if you want as well. So let's say how to save a document, and look at all those different options that come up when you do that. If I hit enter, it's going to choose save as. So it's actually trying to help me save a document at that point. So that's kind of a cool thing to have. Let's take a look at some of the other menu item changes. Not really a lot of changes here. As you click through these look pretty much the same until you get down to the Review tab. So when we get to the Review tab, now we have a real interesting little option here on the right hand side called Start Inking. So you click on Start Inking, and it really turns your Microsoft Word and other Office programs like Excel, etc., into a sort of Microsoft Paint program. So you can click the ink that you want. You can change the thickness, and just so it looks very similar to Paint. You can select objects just like you can in Paint. The eraser is really nice because instead of erasing little individual areas, it'll erase the whole areas that you just did, which is really cool. You also have an option for the highlighter. So by default, it's going to, of course, go to yellow, but you can change that if you want as well. So if you have some text that you want, let's just go ahead and undo that. Let's go and type some text. And let's say we wanted to highlight that. So let's go ahead and highlight that in green. So there's our highlighter. So kind of cool. We could highlight pictures or anything else that we want. We can, of course, change the color just like you can any other type of paint program. And when you're done, you just click Stop Inking if you want, and then click on the menu item that you want to go back to. So this is over here on the right hand side. This gives the name if you're logged in, whoever you're logged in as. Then you also see ribbon display options. We can click on that. We can auto hide the ribbon, which is nice. We can bring it back. We can There we go. Show tabs and commands. Lots of different things we can do. We've got your help button here, and that's very similar to 2013. So anything that you need help with, you can type it here. It is a little bit redundant, of course, with the tell me what you want to do box up at the top. But you might find some things in help that you don't see in that particular area. Of course, you've got the close, and you can toggle between full screen as well. And then if you want, you can go ahead and send a smile, send a frown to Microsoft or other people if you want to. So let's go ahead and click back on the File tab, and you're going to have some different options. You can protect the document, you can restrict editing, restrict access, add a digital signature, mark as final, so nobody can make changes if you want. You can inspect your document, check accessibility, compatibility with earlier versions of Word. That can be very handy. You can manage your versions. You can recover unsaved documents or delete unsaved documents. If we go to the options page, we've got lots of different options that look very similar to 2013. You've got proofing. You can also set the language if you want. So it's pretty easy to switch that around once you add additional languages. And you can add additional editing languages just by clicking here and choosing the language that you want. It will then download that language. Clicking on Advanced, customize ribbon. So if the ribbon doesn't look the way you want, you can go ahead and you can make changes. So you see the main tabs here. Here's our main tabs that we just saw earlier. If you want, you can add the developer tab. So if you're a developer and you want to see that, you just go ahead and click OK. And now we have a developer tab, which allows all kinds of different additions to your look and feel of Word and functionality as well. So there's a general overview of Microsoft Word 2016 on a Windows 10 computer.